Well, hello there. We're on vacation. This is the fabulous Low Escape, who I've tagged in the description. And we're on vacation right now. And, yeah, she also works in Studio Brinium, you know, helping with scripting especially. And hopefully an upcoming voice acting role. So, let's go take a little walk. Let me show you where we are right now. Oops, let's go this way. Well, there you can kind of see we are in the Big South Fork. I guess it's a recreational area. I'm not sure. It's part of the National Forest Service, or the National Forest down here in eastern Tennessee. And there's the trail. We just got done doing some work out here. And we are on our way back home, having an early Thanksgiving dinner with my family. As you can see, it's real beautiful out here. What I love most about, I guess this is the southern reach of the Cumberland Mountains, the Cumberland region of the Appalachians. What I love most about it is you got a lot of ferns out here, and especially down here in East Tennessee, Northeast Tennessee, you got a lot of these beautiful little magnolia type trees. These beautiful magnolia type trees. Ferns, magnolias, and you know what? As much as I hate invasive species, which I really do, the bamboo out here actually really looks nice. You got cedars too. We just passed a nice cedar tree. Could be a cypress. I'm not exactly sure. Sorry, I'm sure anybody who was in the Boy Scouts could just immediately correct me. But you got these lovely, like, rhododendron type sweet bay magnolias, I think they're called, and these lovely cypress or cedar trees. I think they're cypresses. I'm not exactly sure. And then, you know, ferns and bamboo. This is a lovely river. This is the Leatherwood Ford, I think. I'm not exactly sure. That's kind of how I roll, to be honest, in life. I think it's kind of futile to plan everything that you do out meticulously, as if you are a divine being with the power and wisdom to control everything. You know, and I've seen so many of my friends from college, they try to meticulously plan their lives, every single detail, what they're going to do, what they're going to do tomorrow, what they're going to do next week. Well, I've seen where they've ended up. You know, it's not always a bad place, but it's certainly not where they thought they were going to end up. So to me, planning to some extent, right? That's obviously a good thing. But meticulously planning as though you were a divine being, calculating everything, plotting and planning. And it's so interesting, isn't it? You know what? That's the parking lot, but we're gonna go down by the river. It's so interesting. And here's some bamboo that I was talking about. Oh, let's find it. There it is. Lovely bamboo. I've confirmed it is bamboo. There's a lot more growing up by the parking lot. And we could go to the parking lot, but I'd rather go down here because the trail actually, the normal trail has actually been washed out. So you have to bypass it around by this little beach area. Oh my goodness, look what I just found. This is one of these, I guess it's like a ferrite kind of rock. But it's split open. These rocks are always so heavy when you pick them up. I'm trying to get it to focus. They're always so heavy. This one's split open, and it's some kind of, looks like a ferrous mineral deposit around a body of very, very dense limestone or sandstone maybe. Yeah, it's definitely sandstone on the inside. I see this everywhere. You can see them right here. There's one. It's not round, but this one's been cracked open. And that's what's on the inside of those. I always wonder that kind of thing. There's Low Escape. She's still finding her way. There she is. As much as I would like to focus on just one thing, hold on a second. I want you to see my face. There. As much as I would like to focus on just one thing on my channel, you know, a lot of people are like that. Like my cousin he loves trumpet, you know. That's his overriding passion in life. Learning to play the trumpet better, performing, you know. That's his passion, you know. And I just find that I've got too many passions. I'm not a jack of all trades in the sense that, you know, I'm not good at everything, okay? I'm not good at 99% of things that there are to be good at, and neither is anybody, okay? But I went to college, studied history, you know, went to seminary. Then I went back to college and did chemistry, biology, physics. Some of my physics was astronomy because I just love astronomy. I do gaming stuff, you know, I do voice acting kind of stuff. Do psychology stuff because, you know, as an introvert, as an introspective, pensive person, I'm always, you know, probing my own mind. Hold on now. There we are. I'm always probing my own mind. I want to know who I am, you know, like why, especially in the face of failure. When you fail at a job, you know, I've done that before. You want to know why, you know. That's the natural response, at least for me. And I understand for more extroverted people, it's more of like, you know, forget the failure, you know, don't think about it. Just move on, you know, just press on to the next thing to conquer. You know, there's an attitude of that kind of personality. I get that, you know. That's not me. You know, I'm not good at that. I want to know why I fail at something. Why am I not good at something? Why is it not for me? Look at all those burls. Do you see that down there? Look at that. It's really beautiful. And that kind of entered me into the realm of psychology. You know, and everyone learns of Freud, you know. Not a whole lot of people learn of Jung, I guess. At least, well, just in my informal training, I have no higher educational experience with psychology, you know. I still did really well on the MCAT, really, really well, but that's just because of my own personal study. But I hear so much about Freud, and there's something to be said, you know, like with Robert Crumb. You know, part of Jordan Peterson's lecture series on Freud involves using Robert Crumb and his family. There's a documentary, I think it's 1994, about his family, you know. Yes, very Freudian. But for me, Jung is the model, and again, both models, I think, are models. They get close, you know, but no model is going to perfectly represent the complex thing that it's actually dealing with. However, when I look at Jung, you know, and I look at his life, I hear what he's saying, how he's advising patients. I hear and read about the experiences he had with the Red Book. I read the Black Book, you know, and when I try to incorporate this in my own life, that is the model that clicks. Like, I get that resonates, that works for me. And so, you know, when something clicks like that, you know, when I studied physics. Hello. When I studied physics, I couldn't care less. I never connected with it. When you study a physicist, you know, I didn't relate to that. I didn't care about that. It didn't click. When I read Jung, when I study Jung, it clicks. I get it, you know, and in a real, not just like in an intellectual way, but like in an experiential way. Like if somebody takes you out kayaking or something and you're like, oh, I've never done this before. And then you do it and they're like, see, you know, like, do you see why I'm so passionate about this? Do you see why I do this so much? Do you see why I love this? And it's like, yeah, you know, I've done it. I've been right beside you on the rapids, you know, like I've done it and I see it. I feel it. It's something that you can only convey with experience. It's not something that you can convey with words. So I just wanted to share this. This is kind of random. It's a vlog. And my poor wife, Low Escape, this is what she listens to all the time when we're, you know, sitting in bed, when we're walking on a trail, when we're watching TV or a movie. I'll have thoughts like this, and I just feel that they've been drawn from so much thinking, so much life experience. You know, so much life experience packed into a relatively short number of years. You know, there are people who live to, you know, they're 65 and they've never had to deal with any of the hardships of life, you know, or I guess relatively speaking, they've been rather insulated. Think of like the prissy trophy wife who marries a rich man young, you know. Okay, you know, by the time she's 40, what has she gone through in life? Well, probably not a whole lot. You know, and that's my opinion. You know, if you disagree, fine. You know, and if you want to have your channel where you say the opposite, I'm not going to go on there and say anything about you. You know, keep that in mind. But I just want to share my thoughts. You know, it's a random thing, and I just think about so many things. If I only did gaming, I would be bored, you know. If I never brought my faith into my channel, I would feel like what is the worth of this? Just entertainment? Just mindless gaming entertainment? If I never brought psychology into it, I'd be like, well, how can I not tell people about this, you know, the depth of Jung's thinking when it comes to actually knowing and understanding your own mind? So I've got to combine all this in some way, and it's not, you know, it's relatively nascent. But I've got to combine this in some way. I've got to mesh these varied interests and these varied passions together in some way on my channel. And I don't know how to do that because, you know, there are other things that I don't do videos about, you know, that I could. And I just have a hard time balancing that. If you have thoughts or interests, especially if you're somebody who has been here for, you know, more than just a week or so, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts about this. You know, what about this channel do you want to hear more of? What do you like about it? What would you like to see, you know, that I don't do? What would you like to see that's new, that's not been done yet? So I would appreciate that very greatly, very strongly in the comments. And hope you've enjoyed the lovely, that's my head. I still have hair, I'm not bald. That's the lovely scene back there. Hope you've enjoyed seeing it. And I hope to see you on future videos. I appreciate you watching and hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.